Welcome to Onivia, League of Legends highlights. These are the best highlights from today's LCS matchup.
Because I do agree that if you must pick Nidalee, if you are compelled to choose this champion, picking her with point-and-click hard CC like Renekton and Leona
We've been seeing a lot of this throughout the whole split. We're seeing it again a lot here today. So NRG will go ahead and secure themselves that first Drake. But the Grubs feel so nice if you can have the lane control, especially early on, to grab some extra plates out of them early, infuse the team with that extra
crashing a wave and trying to use this timer for his advantage.
You never want to fight Darius in a 2v2. This champion can absolutely annihilate. Skirmishes, beautiful Ash arrow from all the way down in bot lane, and the follow-up is ready to go. Palafox with a lightning crash, trying to get away, but not a chance. It's first blood for Quad, but all the...
So they're already moving the Ziggs towards mid lane to try and have more people up there for the fight. And Whippo has to ghost again. Let's see.
Yeah, he's going to lose his bone plating. Dopa already used Slice and Dice. Whippo finds the Decimate heal onto 2. Apprehend as he tries to flash away. Inspired wants to help him out. Master with a nice arrow yet again, but it is not enough. NRG sent enough dudes. 3v1 can burst down the Darius. NRG's going to tie up the game in kills. Busio's down here in the bottom lane, trying to make sure they can maybe get something else here on Palafox. Bard himself doesn't do a whole lot of damage, but you don't need a whole lot when you got aim like that on the ulti. He'll set it up for Quad to knock it down.
And that just shows the priorities of the two supports.
They back up, so you cannot destroy him inside the trapezoid, which is normally the intended play pattern against Whippo.
Is that the new rule of the Whippo trapezoid?
He's like a boss in a video game that has a specific mechanic that you have to...
show how differently you actually have to play the early game when your top laner doesn't take teleport.
Yeah.
Because this, I think in a normal game state, the top laners would have just been playing this little game of chicken about who can interrupt the teleport as they fight Drake. In this case, it's just a full trade. And it leads to this.
To lock it instead to fortify the entire team in these bigger fights.
And I think Inspired has definitely shifted his playstyle from what we've seen in summer so far in this series. This is 3 for 3 games. They've played mages mid. It's 3 for 3 games. He's actually not been on a farming jungler. And it's again the Whippo show. He's cleared the wave.
Yeah, but now he's stuck underneath the turret. Whippo might be able to bring him down here. The Decimate!
That's
the
one!
Noxian Guillotine! Heads will roll, but it's only 2 of them, 1 for each side. But back in the mid lane, it's time for a Rift Herald play. That tier 1 turret ain't gonna last very long. The charge completes. The Grub babies are running around like crazy. They're gonna shove this one into the tier 2 all the way.
Trade.
Ooh,
the arrow.
Nice shot. There is no way the Nidalee gets out of that one. Junglers can't take cleanse, but Flyquest.
And now the cross map, after Whippo holds off that dive, leads to yet more advantages. But this is all about the Darius changing the way this game is being played.
Well, and as we see in the picture,
they work together with the arrows and the Sejuani blast cones to find those plays.
And you can even see it, like, he is in the Dragon Zone now because they're going to eventually want to defend this, but there's a fight on the top side and he can't make it there.
Inspired, though, is fine to be the one here on the front lines for Flyquest. He is completely unafraid of the engage energy.
Oh!
Why are we trying to engage on Sejuani? A perfectly timed arrow. Busio and Masu lining up the ults like they practiced it day and night. Dokla has to run away over the wall through the magical journey, but Quad trying to protect Busio. Dokla's going to take one with him, but it's still a 3 for 1 for Flyquest.
Wow. Coming out on the Vi, coming out on the Sejuani, I've really liked what I've seen from him in these games. As we see Whippo just taking down that tier 2 top side uncontested.
And the big winners.
That's the biggest spike.
Hat is bigger than 2 sticks.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of things that have changed.
We've had some weird elementary school lessons today.
We've all learned a lot together. And now Contracts is going to learn, what does Darius do? And I guess if he's in the middle of 3 people, he might not do a whole lot. Looks like he might die here. Yes, sir! Contract shows him what Nidalee does, but the counterattack from Flyquest is there, and who he gets locked up and beat down. Bard ulti for any sort of an even trade at this point in the game, 5,000 gold behind.
Even with that, though, Flyquest have mid-prio, right? And they had set up bot, which they ended up having to kind of abandon to come to this fight. But they still end up getting mid-tier 2 off of that, even though it was an NRG kill onto Whippo.
Dokla
Jungle
gets
steal.
some things away, secure the blue buff for themselves. But NRG,
They want to do something.
yeah, they threw out that Zenith blade looking for Bwipo, but now his apprehend connects. NRG could be in some serious danger. Bwipo, though, he's gonna find his first kill. FBI gets guillotined, and Bwipo redeems himself in mid lane. A binding into the wall, and Palafox will fall. Masu picks up another, and it's black and white screens for
They
4
end
out of
up
4.
almost baiting themselves into what could be a game-deciding play. That's multiple kills over to Darius. That's the Baron over to Flyquest. They can reset and move for this Drake.
Chance of taking down that mid-tier 1 as we're already fighting in bot lane.
They are wasting no time. The arrow doesn't hit on that one, but Inspired is still locking Huhi up. There we go. A little bit of tempered fate to guarantee that Leona isn't getting away. Masu goes on a killing spree. Flyquest now with a 5v4 for
Putting
next.
energy in so many dangerous situations themselves. And now they're just slow pushing these waves and actually trying to take 2 inhibitors while their Baron is up, not prioritizing.
All right, tier 3 turret's already down in mid. Might as well do the same
nice.
thing here in bottom. Flyquest sees no reason not to. Dokla had to pop the ulti, but now he's in full retreat. Palafox coming around for a flank, but it's a very late angle. Huhi might just die again. He's got 20% HP. Dokla singing the same song. That pincer attack is just going to lose all the gas before it even really starts. And now Palafox is going to recall anyway. Flyquest gets everything they wanted, and they all get out. Wave here, crashing into the tier 3 turret in top lane now. Inspired and Bwipo off to the side. While the firepower from Flyquest just takes out the remaining tier 3 turret. That final inhibitor is about to fall. Tempered Fate means that NRG can't fight back in time. That's double super minions, every lane on the Rift. Flyquest perfectly synced up, but you know, those mid lane minions can catch up a little bit. Just walk a little bit faster. Okay, top lane's arriving at the same time. All right, the minions are crashing, and NRG is going to have to make their final stand. Dokla gets away for now. Bwipo wanted to chase after him here, but now the Darius might get punished. Derek's Gage ready to keep him alive, and Bwipo goes on a rampage with the guillotine yet again. He's looking to chop some croc, but he doesn't quite get it. It's Busio finishing the job as the Nexus turrets are not lasting much longer. It's still 5 alive for Flyquest. Right in the enemy base, 15-4. Flyquest moves to match point.
Dangerous call, Flowers, but it was a dangerous game for Bwipo as well.
These were the best highlights from today's LCS matchup. Click that subscribe button faster than Ramus can say, okay. See you on the next one.